Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. Now then, on today's video we are going to be looking at this. It's the latest offering from JJRC. It's their C8835. It's obviously based on an American Humvee military vehicle. It's only a cheapie. I picked this up on AliExpress for 39 quid. It's, I think, I might be proved wrong later on in the video, but I think the chassis is based on their Willys Jeep that they recently bought out, so it's got a reasonable little chassis underneath it. Anyway, enough waffle, let's crack the box open and take a look inside. Right then, in the box we get our transmitter. Now this is the same transmitter as you get on the Willys Jeep. A little bit plasticky, but it seems to work okay, and it is only a cheapie, so we can forgive it that. We get a pintle mounted machine gun for the roof, which is cool. And I think, again, that is the same one as you can buy as an accessory for the Willys Jeep. We get some instructions. We get some extra bits and pieces for the body. There's stuff like windscreen washers, tow hooks, etc. We get another little bag with the screwdriver in it and an extra bit, looks like a snorkel, and I think some mirrored effect stickers for the wing mirrors. And last but not least, we've got the actual truck itself. And do you know what? It's not bad, really. I mean, it's not like super scale or anything, but it's not a bad representation of a Humvee. I mean, it's only a cheapie, but it does look quite good out the box, I'm going to be fair. I know these wheels aren't very scale, but it doesn't look too bad. One cool feature I have noticed is the battery compartment, although I'm not overly keen on the battery, but if you do that, it springs up and you gain access to the battery in the back. The only reason I'm not particularly keen on the battery is because it's like a self-contained pack. So if you wanted to fit another battery, you'd have to get this type of battery. Why they couldn't have gone with the traditional ones, I don't know, but I can't even read that writing on there. It's so bloody small. It doesn't even tell you what capacity the batteries or anything. Anyway, not overly keen on the battery. But I do like the storage. I think you can open the doors. You can. Look at that. And they've even got little metal handles on them as well. But they've sort of got the armoured inside to the doors as well, and that sort of thickness of armoured glass they put in them, which is cool. And you can open all the doors. All the doors are openable, like so. One other thing I have noticed is, and this is pretty cool, that's where the machine gun is mounted, but you've got this hinged door at the top, and you can have it sort of fully open like that, or half. And also it's got like a little magnet so it clips shut, which I thought was a nice touch. I mean, considering the fact that this is sub 40 quid, it doesn't look bad at all. Chassis wise, I think this is the same as their Willys Jeep. I will pull a few bits and pieces out that I have for the Willys Jeep, but it does look very, very Jeepish, if you like. And there is at the front there, I think it's a 370 motor. I think they might call it a 280, but I think it's pretty much the same. But I think it's the Jeep chassis with a Humvee body on it. Right, while we're waiting for the battery to charge up, I thought I'd test the hypothesis that this is indeed a C8815 Willys Jeep underneath. So I do actually have a Willys Jeep chassis here. And yeah, I'm pretty much certain, apart from obviously the bumpers on this are going to be different, I'm pretty much that this thing is based on that chassis, because the motor and everything else looks very, very similar, even down to the axles, which is a good thing because they've started bringing out some accessories for the Willys Jeep, some metal components. So basically they should all fit this as well. Right, before we take it out, I thought we'd check out the lights. We've obviously got a set of headlights at the front, and we've got a set of tail lights there. Now I believe we've got indicators as well. The transmitter takes 2 AA batteries, by the way, which you have to supply. But yes, we've got indicators. We've also got a little button on the transmitter which has light control, and that basically turns on, I don't know if you can see it there, basically turns on a little spotlight. I don't know why you'd want the super flashing one version, but let's see if at the rear we've got any indicators as well. Oh yes, we have. Do we have brake lights? No. Don't think we do. So basically we've got a set of tail lights, indicators, headlights, and that little spotlight at the front. Now also on the transmitter we've got adjustment for the steering trim, and we've got two buttons here which say release and retract. I think this is for an optional winch, which I believe you can also get on the C8815, but I'm pretty sure you can get an optional winch, or you will be able to get an optional winch for this. Anyway, enough waffle, let's try this thing. Back inside after a little run around the garden. What do we think of the JJRC C8835? Well, let's have some good and bad points, shall we? Let's start off with the bad. I'm not a huge fan of these specific self-contained batteries. I don't know what's wrong with having the normal sort of lithium-ion battery, the 1500 milliamp hour packs with the 3-pin JST connector. I mean, just means that you have to go, if you want another battery, you have to go and buy another one of these batteries. You can't bung in your other JJRC MN or WPL batteries. I'm presuming it's 2S. The writing's that small on the battery, I can't read it. So I'm presuming it's 2S, probably about 1300 milliamp hours, something like that. But I'm not a massive fan of these self-contained batteries. The next bad point, and this is a minor thing, it's only a cheapie really, but there's very little in the way of steering lock on this thing. I don't know if you could file the stops down a little bit, but it's got the turning radius of a super tanker. Right then, let's have some good points, shall we? The first of which is, it's not a bad looking truck, this isn't. I know it's not a super accurate representation of a Humvee, but it does look quite nice. And I do like the fact that they've given you little metal door handles, and they've actually made an attempt to model the inside as well. They probably can't pick it up on the camera there, probably can't see. But I do like the way they've given you all these little touches, like the hatch there. I mean, this thing it does actually swivel around as well, so when you put the machine gun on, you can turn the turret as well. But there's lots of little touches on this. I love the battery cover as well. You know what I mean? The second thing I've got written down on my list is the off-road performance. It's not bad for what it is. It's no crawler, but if you wanted a little trail truck, it's the same chassis as the Jeep, and the Jeep was quite good. So if you don't expect too much of it, this will make a reasonable little trail truck. Another plus point is the parts. This thing is based on a C8815 chassis, so all the spare parts, axles, everything are freely available. And last but not least is the price. Sub £40, you do get a nice little truck. It will do a little bit of off-roading, and it's super cheap. What's not to like? Right then, conclusion time. Would I recommend the C8835 to you guys? I'm going to say absolutely yes. It's not a lot of money to spend. It does exactly what it's supposed to. It would make a nice entry-level off-road truck for somebody, and a nice cheap introduction to the hobby. So I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. As ever, I will leave a link in the description to where you can go and get this little truck from. If you enjoyed the video and you found it of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. And please, if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button. It makes a huge difference to the channel. Thank you.